Oh my god, that was janky. Maybe it's the heat, but I did grow out on the loop. Went a little bit grey there, but this hill here, insane. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Brad, Costa V. Today I'm here at Mirabilandia in Italy. I've always wanted to come here, so I'm so excited to be here today. I came to Italy last year and went to Gardaland and Movieland up by Garda Lake. It was absolutely fantastic, had a great time. I didn't have time to come down here and check out this park, so I've come back this year. I cannot wait to get on the coasters here. This park has 10 coasters to offer, actually listed as 9, but one of them is a dueling coaster. Unfortunately, it is closed along with their water coaster, but the main attraction here is iSpeed in Katun, which I can't wait to get on. I'll talk a bit about those later. So come and join me for a day here at one of Italy's best theme parks, Mirabilandia. Let's go. So far, first impressions, this has a really nice park entrance. Really pretty. Let's go in. I'm super excited to get on some coasters. Let's go. I know I just said it, but wow, what a really nice park entrance. All these facades here are super nice. I think I'm going to head now to my first coaster of the day, which will probably be Katun. So I think I'm going to head to the right and check out that coaster, which is a B&M invert. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm about to ride Katun, which is a 2000 B&M invert. We don't see inverts this size in Europe, so this is huge, absolutely massive. I can't wait to ride this. That vertical loop in there in the distance looks massive. Yeah, so excited to get on this. This is the 3rd tallest B&M invert in the world, I believe. Slightly smaller than Alpengeist. I think it's slightly taller than Banshee, I might be wrong. And yeah, can't wait to get on this. I love Montu, which is also a massive B&M invert. Inverts are also one of my favorite types of coasters, so it's really hot today, so this is going to be intense. Let's go. Just want to quickly say I'm not allowed to film on ride at this park, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to put the camera away, but I shall get straight back on after the ride and give you my review on this. Wow, that was absolutely fantastic. Loved that. I was in the second to last row. It was quite intense. Maybe it's the heat, but I did grow out on the loop. Went a little bit grey there, but absolutely fantastic ride. Really enjoyed that. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Raptor at Cedar Point in terms of the layout. It wasn't quite as intense as Montu. Like, Montu's back wing kills me. This was fantastic. I really loved the curve after the 0G roll going into the Cobra roll. That was really fun. It's got a few tunnels in there as well, which I really liked. Layout's not super long, but definitely enjoyable. It's very hot today, so maybe that's why I felt a little bit grey on there, but I'm definitely going to hit some water rides today with this heat. Yeah, that was fantastic. Thumbs up from me. I just want to mention the theming. I thought the station theming was really cool, like the actual inside with the drop floor, all completely themed with mosaic. Absolutely loved that. Yeah, it could do maybe with a little bit of a repaint, but it does kind of fit the area with the rust kind of on there. But yeah, fantastic ride, really enjoyed that. I did actually buy the on-ride video because I couldn't film on ride, so I'll pop that into the vlog. So next up is this Wild Mouse by L&T Systems, I believe. The company is no longer around. They're actually a local company that were taken over by Preston and Barbary, something like that. Also a local company. Yeah, I've not done one of these before from this manufacturer. I've done many Mac and Mauer Wild Mouses. Not the biggest fan, but a cred's a cred. So I'm going to jump on and give it a go. Oh my god, that was janky. That was one of the worst Wild Mouses I've ever done. I mean, the corners were, they took them really fast and that was uncomfortable. And the brakes at the end were so sharp. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a one-time ride only, get the credit type of Wild Mouse. I need to go get on iSpeed at some point, but I think I'm gonna work my way around the back of the park. Okay, I'm just on my way now to check out Master Tie, which is a Preston and Barbary Mobius loop coaster. Preston and Barbary, like I said earlier, actually took over a lot of the blueprints and things from L&T Systems, and they're a local manufacturer, so I think that's quite interesting. Let's go check out this coaster. I'm having fun so far. Operations have been okay. It is very, very hot, so I'm gonna have to get myself a drink and find some sun cream or something soon, because I don't want to feel ill on these coasters, but having fun. So that coaster was strange. The first drop was quite good and the little hill after it was good, but then the curves and the banking, the profiling was awful, like so janky. It was still fun though. What was interesting is it's a Mobius loop, so basically it's one continuous circuit but it has two sides. The only thing I can compare that to is Twisted Colossus at Magic Mountain. With this you actually get to do both sides as well, unlike maybe the Grand National at Pleasure Beach where you only get to do one side of the Mobius loop, but it's only one credit even though it's two sides because it's one track, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so behind me here is Desmo Race, which is a Mauer spike coaster. I've actually never done one of these. I've been to Skyline Park in Munich, but that one was also not open, so didn't ride that one either. This one is a much bigger version and it has two sides, so they race. I was actually quite surprised when the park announced this, when they built it, because I don't really understand the concept. That's why I kind of want to ride it, to kind of see what it's all about, you know. But it looks good. I mean, those tracks there were like twisting behind me, and you ride on like a straddle style bike and you can control the speed, which I guess is its gimmick. But yeah, not getting on this one today, unfortunately, and that would have been 2 credits for me as well, so never mind, this happens sometimes. Before I head on to iSpeed, I'm just going to jump on this kiddie coaster, Paw Patrol, get the credit. It's just here, it's got no queue, so I might as well. I'll just give you a little look at what this coaster looks like. Yeah, it wasn't too bad that. That is also a ride built by L&T Systems in 2005, and it was refreshed in 2024 to fit in with the Nickelodeon theme with the Paw Patrol IP. Yeah, it was not too bad. Family coaster, did its job, it was good. Now I'm going to head on to another family coaster which is called Cowabunga Carts, which is themed over here to the Ninja Turtles, and this looks like it's a Zero Force, the same model found at the 2 Busch Gardens parks. So I'm just going to jump on this, get the credit as well, before I make my way over there to iSpeed, which is in the background here, which just absolutely looks insane. I can't wait to ride that. wasn't too bad. A little 2-round special. It's very smooth as well. So yeah, that was a good little family coaster that. I have been on the one at Busch Gardens, so it is exactly the same, but it was good. I enjoyed it. No queue as well. It was a walk on. So now it's time for what I've been waiting for, my most anticipated coaster, iSpeed. This is a 2009 Intamin Blitz coaster. It's got an LSM launch, 68.5 miles an hour. This has been compared to Maverick. Now Maverick was my #1 for many, many years. I absolutely loved it. It was so good. Like, it had everything in a roller coaster that I like. So I'm really excited to get on this. Wow, what a coaster. I mean, it could do with a repaint, but wow, that was phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. The launch was good, not as snappy as a cable launch, but the LSMs really did kick in there. Top hat, fantastic. And then there's this airtime hill after the top hat that had insane floater airtime. I absolutely loved that. There's a few rolls on there, a few barrel rolls that were really whippy. I loved it. The only thing I felt was a bit of a negative was after the mid-cross brake run, it really did slow down quite a lot, and the last tiny section didn't really do much. But before that, it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. Not quite as good as Maverick, but I can see why people compare it to Maverick. Definitely has that same kind of feel to it. Yeah, I love Intamin coasters, and that's up there. It's fantastic. It looks like to me that maybe they are planning a repaint because of this section here. Maybe it's a little test section, because it definitely is in need. Like, compare it to this section here. That's the only bit on the whole ride, so something that says to me that maybe they're planning to do a little refurb on this. This hill here, insane. The injector floater airtime on that hill was amazing, like absolutely amazing. Reminded me of one of the camelbacks midway through Maverick. So yeah, loved it. So good. So glad I got on this and came all the way here to do it. Now we have to talk a little bit about Divertical, which is the park's Intamin water coaster. Sadly, this is closed. I would like to ride it. I have done the one at Energylandia, which is a clone of this, so I'm not too bothered about not getting on this today, but I would like to have got the credit and to have done it, you know. And it's a water attraction, and it is absolutely baking today. This would have been cool to get on, but never mind. Like I said, I've done the other one in Poland, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely closed. It's not opening anytime soon because there's not even any water in the basin or in the trough for the ride. So that's not going to be operating for a while, I don't think. Okay, I need to get myself a drink, but I've got one more coaster credit to get, which is a powered coaster, also made by a manufacturer that I've not heard of before. So once I've got that one, I've done all the credits that are available today in the park, and then I'm going to do some water rides, and then I think I'm going to do some re-rides on my favorites, which is obviously Katun and iSpeed. Definitely going to re-ride iSpeed to death later. And the queues aren't too bad today, and also the operations aren't too bad either. So all in all, it's a good day so far. Okay, about to get my last credit for today that's available. This is a powered coaster by a company called SDC. Never heard of them before. This was built in 1992, which is my year I was born. So that's fun. And yeah, let's go give it a go. Okay, that wasn't bad for a little 33-year-old coaster. It was a 2-round special. It was good. The only thing that was weird is when it slowed down at the end, it slowed on a really, really banked curve that was almost 90 degrees. So we're all just like this, going slowly into the station. That was a bit strange, but it was fun. Yeah. Right, really need a drink now. Keep saying that, but now I'm gonna go get a drink. Okay, I got myself a drink and then I went on the rapids called Rio Bravo, which is actually really good. Really enjoyed that. And then I jumped on the Zamperla disco behind me here, which is called Buffalo Bill Rodeo. And I think these flat rides are a great addition to any theme park. I absolutely love them. I think they're so much fun. This one's got a cool little theme where you sit on horses, and yeah, it was really good. I know some enthusiasts out there count these as credits. I personally do not. I do think they are a flat ride. But I always try and jump on them when I can, when I see them at parks.
Tre secondi al lancio. 2, 1, go!
Wow, I just had my second ride there on Katun and I grayed out again coming out of the loop, so it is intense. I thought maybe it was just because it was the morning and I was, you know, tired or something, but no, it was intense. Absolutely loved it. The Cobra Roll has that old school B&M whip that I think is amazing. I love it. And the two corkscrews at the end also have that little B&M, you know, that kick from the B&Ms that you used to get from the 90s or the late 90s. This was obviously built in the year 2000, so it's kind of the end of that era for B&M. So it definitely captures that style of like Montu and some of those bigger inverts that are in the US. Yeah, awesome coaster. I would like to do the front, but it's only got a one train service, unfortunately, so I don't want to wait too long, but I would maybe try and do that later on. So I actually just went round now. It was about a 4 train wait for the front, so I had a quick go. It's noisy. I had a quick go on the front, and it was very intense. I grayed out even more coming out of the loop. It was really good. I definitely think I preferred the back. I am normally a back row rider. Sometimes I ride the front and I do really enjoy it. This one is more of a back row ride for me. The front was fun though for the visuals. And there is one part after the Cobra roll where you take a curve up into the mid-cross brake run, and that is kind of janky. That is definitely bumpy on that part. I don't think this ride is rough by any means. It's 26 years old, so it is a little bit bumpy in places, but it's not like that new B&M bump. It's definitely got that old school kind of flair and whip to it. But yeah, it's a really cool ride, so I'm so glad I got to ride this. I have 3 rides now, I might get 1 more later. Right, my plan now is to do some re-rides on iSpeed. I've only done it once today, so I want to get at least 3 or 4 rides in and try it in different places on the train. Hopefully it's warmed up a little bit more as well, so that LSM launch is really kicking in. It was fast anyway earlier, but these coasters always tend to warm up a little bit more in the late afternoon, and it is warm today as well. So yeah, looking forward to getting back on this now. Wow, I just had 2 rides there on iSpeed, and the only thing I can really compare it to is Maverick. Everyone's right, it's insane. That first section is relentless, absolutely amazing. I loved that so much. What happened there in the footage, it was doing some test runs because it went down, unfortunately. So I joined the queue, the ride went down, and everyone left the queue. And I had quite a long queue as well, so everyone left, and I decided to kind of wait it out, because sometimes I feel like these things only take 5 to 10 minutes and everyone leaves. So I waited it out. It maybe lasted 15 minutes. I did about 8 or 10 test runs, and then I decided to go on front row. Now, this ride is a front row ride. Like the air time, you get pushed up onto the top hat, and it feels amazing. And then the ejector comes through that first camel back there is insane. I just did it again then in the very back row, and it was absolutely hauling, and I think I prefer all the transitions and the whips in the back. But I think overall for the experience, the front row is where it's at on this one, and that's strange from me because I am, like I say, a back row rider, but that was awesome, absolutely awesome. Like, I'm so happy I've come out here and done that, because that is a coaster I've wanted to do for so long, and I'm so glad I've done it. And I rank Maverick so high in my rankings, and this is basically its little sister. Yeah, this is definitely a top 20 coaster in Europe, 100%. So I think I might give this ginormous Ferris wheel a go. Okay, so I'm on this Ferris wheel, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit scared of heights, which makes no sense because I love roller coasters and I've been on the tallest and the fastest, and it just doesn't bother me at all. But there's something about like skyscrapers and observation towers and Ferris wheels that give me the heebie-jeebies. But I really wanted to get some good views and get some good shots of the park, so I'm doing it anyway. I've had an awesome day here at Mirabilandia. I'm so happy I came here. If you're on a trip to Italy, come here. If you're at Gardaland at Garda Lake, you can easily hire a car and drive 2 hours to this park and tie it in with a trip. Yeah, I had a great day. I do think it's on par with Gardaland, But here, the star attractions are Katun and iSpeed, which outdo all of the coasters at Gardaland. In terms of operations, for me, everything was good. I mean, Katun had a one-train service, but there wasn't really a queue. Today, I thought, as it being a Sunday, it was going to be a lot busier than it actually was. Yes, it's busy, but I think most people went to the water park next door because of the heat. And I just had another walk-on ride there on iSpeed at the end. I had a walk-on ride on Katun. I went back on the drop towers. I had a great day. Yeah, so that's it from me, Coaster B, and I'll see you next time here in another vlog. Bye.